All right, for those watching in the future or those unfamiliar, that was soul coughing. That will probably be clipped out if you're watching this after the live. One of the great 90s bands that just sort of disappeared. I don't know what happened. I don't think anyone died. They just sort of went away. And that album, that whole album is bananas good. All right. What's going on, Cameron? eBay seller, Joe Deals, Barbara, see the lights, and all the lurkers. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dude, isn't it? Didn't I tell you, man? Isn't it like so? It gets to the point where it's so easy to do that it's just like, yeah, I might as well. Oh yeah, G-Love and Special Sauce. Another one of those great 90s bands that sort of just disappeared. Oh, I forgot to grab one of the postcards. Okay, no biggie. I've got a fair amount to ship out, but because we did some shipping last night, it's not going to be terribly difficult. So, we'll probably be an hour or two, but I don't think we're going to be in the 3 to 4 hours unless I get deluged with orders this morning, which would be great. I'd love it, but I don't see it happening right now. Yep. That and that. Yeah, I know G-Love is he's touring still. Probably coming to an Indian casino near you, if I were to take a guess. I went to one show of his he came to the Showbox. It must have been like 2001. And the only thing I remember is that I was disappointed. Unfortunately. And I don't want to... I'm not talking trash or nothing. I don't really have much memory. I just remember being disappointed. Yeah, the fun-loving criminals. I remember them too. Yeah. When I was in college, story time. I worked for the school newspaper, but I worked on the advertising side, and I was, so this is in that realm of music. I sort of feel like I was super duper into Sublime, as I think not every, but many, frat boys were, which I was a frat boy. And I was trying to dip into the editorial side of the newspaper, which from editorial, it's supposed to be like church and state, right? For the editorial side and the money side of the newspaper. But I made the argument with the publisher. I'm like, listen, if I'm doing stuff that's like no, conflict of interest, what's the big deal? And I got the okay to like start doing some music stuff. And so my first thing I tried to do is I wanted to do an interview with the CEO of Skunk Records, which was the band that at the time had put out Sublime. And Sublime, when Bradley Noel died, became the Long Beach Dub All Stars, which was basically like Sublime minus Brad Noel plus a bunch of other people, and they were still doing Sublime songs. Needless to say, that didn't go on for very long, but he had other bands too. One was Slightly Stupid, which actually sort of a punky style band that went on to actually get pretty popular several years later. Many years later, actually. Like, I feel like 10 years later, they got really popular. And there was a couple of other ones that I was into as well. Like, once I sort of like, for me musically, if I like something, I will sort of like chase it down a rabbit hole and go and follow all of its tangents as well. So there was, God, I can't remember the name of the other band. Anyways, I was able to get an interview with the guy who was also the guy who did all the 8-track stuff on the first Sublime album. And my God, the interview, I couldn't do anything with it. I had no freaking idea what I was doing or what questions to ask and all this other stuff. And, I, like a dumbass, am asking like all Sublime questions, which is like asking about, hey, you did all these things, bro. I'm sure just embarrassed myself terribly. Oh, this is not supposed to be this. Did they pay for first class? No. Cancel the label. And I don't remember the point of the story, but outside of my like first foray into writing, which I did end up actually doing some writing for the school paper. I did a couple of like joke articles. I also did some stuff for my high school paper, like joke articles. So I ended up not being a good music reporter because I had no idea what I was doing. But ended up going on the humor side and actually got some pretty funny responses and good stuff published. Avoid this label. Oh yeah, Real Big Fish, Cherry Poppin' Daddies. I actually think you could probably find the stuff I wrote online out there somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's up at the UW archives. But Buster, there's Lucy, your friend. Let's see here. Yeah. You know, what I like about ska is that there's always one guy in the band who's the hype man, and they don't actually play an instrument or sing anything except when there's like a backup chorus that everybody sings. But they just like run around on stage and jump up and down and pump up their knees. Real Big Fish has the best hype man on the planet. Like, talk about best job in the world. Ska band hype man. Don't have to have any talent. You just have to have a lot of energy. Wait, you can drag and drag. Okay, that might be. Oh yeah, yeah. There, Mighty Mighty Bosstones had a hype man too. I think it's required that if you're a ska band, you have to have a hype man. Like you're not a ska. That's like it's like you if you're a ska band, you have to have a horn section, right? And if you're a ska band, you have to say pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up as many times as you can in a set. I mean, it sounds like I've got the formula figured out. Who wants to be in a ska band? I get to be the hype man. Here's the question: is there a ska band with a female hype man or hype woman? Has anyone broken the ska band hype man glass ceiling? What's up, Fart Sack Jack? Hi, Buster. Cameron, by the way, if you got your Mercari coupon for listing all the things on their website, those coupons expire tomorrow. So use them today or tomorrow. I think tomorrow, right? The coupon says it expires on the 7th. That means you have the day of the 7th to use it, right? That's how coupons work. Pretty sure that's how coupons work. Where is this one? There it is. Sup, flipping sports guy? I take it Johnny just ended his stream. Saw you over there earlier. Probably going to need more labels here. Been selling a bunch of University of Chicago cards lately. It's weird. Oh, nice. Yeah, baby. Just made a $116 sale. Pace CB Radio. Oh, they used a coupon. That's okay. So probably about $100. So we'll have to grab that. That's a good start to the day. Where is this stupid Chicago? Nope, that's the other Chicago thing. Oh, that's going, okay. That's the, these are all the hip. There we go. Nice. I'm not just starting my day. Who said that? I've been up since 5. Art View are linen era. Popeye, correct me if I'm wrong there, but I believe they cross over a little bit of linen and white border, from what I recall. In terms of era, even though they're not actually linen postcards. You know what? Who probably knows for sure is Metro Postcard. Publishers. Oh, Oh, they don't have it there. Interesting. Yeah, wait. They're Adler, Allen, American. Aerochrome. Art View, 1936 until 1963. So, yeah, they purchased the Albertype company, and then Colotypes, Photochromes purchased Albertype in 1952. And they published the Baseball Hall of Fame postcards until 1963. Popeye, I showed everyone how you can do here. All right, check it. I'm just gonna pull up a random listing and sell similar here real quick. And I'm gonna show y'all the trick. It's dumb that there has to be a trick, but there is a trick. Okay. So you got your postcards here, blah, 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 right? You've got all your stupid item specifics. I just did a sell similar off a random thing. But when you do this, right, you put an era and it's going to pop in. Oh, why is this doing this? That one's actually giving me the right things, but maybe I got a draft. Hold on 1 second here. Let me get it pulled up. Okay. Here we go. So, there's the item specific stuff, blah, 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 blah. And then you get down here into the pre-war, right? Where it has this stupid thing that nobody ever uses. But if you just click it again, it'll bring down this drop down. That's it. It's a double click. If you click on this here, but then you got to click in the field and it'll bring these, right? So click on the arrow, get stupid thing, click in the field, get the right thing. Click on the arrow, click in the field. Click on the arrow, click in the field. There you go. Ooh, this guy again. Hello, Vask Tech. Mina Javut Badim. That doesn't work for you? Doesn't work on all of them. Usually, if you type the first letter, it will auto-populate. I don't know, Papa. Maybe clear your cookies? Did you try unplugging it and replugging it back in? Well, Papa, if you like cookies, then you're really going to love refreshed cookies. But to get refreshed cookies, you got to clear them. Clear the old cookies. Nobody wants old cookies. Everybody wants the new fresh cookies. Speaking of new fresh cookies, that's my new MC name. MC New Fresh Cookies. That's new spelled N-O-O and fresh with a P-H and a capital R and a $sign for the S. All right. See you, Popeye. Thanks for popping in. Have a good one. I don't know how to make googly eyes in text fields or if it's supported. Nice. Hey, the book stops here. How you doing today? Barbara, 13 sales yesterday. That's pretty darn good. Pretty dang good if you ask me. Buster, that wappy tail is not acceptable. that CB radio that's just sold was the last in the pile that I got for $5. Got a pile of CB radios at one of the yard sales I went to this year for $5. And man, that and the Nintendo stuff, probably the best thing out of that pile. I think I spent $130 for everything at that sale, and I remember making it all back very quickly. All right, can. All right, before we continue, I need to grab a couple of items additional. Nice. Yeah, I've got a bunch of camera stuff here I need to get listed. I need to actually get the batteries for them. Excuse Buster, thank you. Oh crap, my leg's asleep. Okay. This is the pile that has not yet made it to made it into inventory. Sort of like the active listing pile. Or new listing pile. All right, we're getting close. We're getting to the Seattles. This one's really nice. This came from my guy. It's a really nice view, multi-view greetings from Kansas City with the state seal embossed on there. You can see how hard embossed it is on the back, how it's like punched through almost. Cows, I think, are the big culprit when it comes to methane. And the problem with exhaust from cars is not the methane, it's the carbon. What's up, Don? There it is, Madison Park Pavilion. All right. Well, it's the carbon and the heavy metals and a whole bunch of other garbage that is the byproduct of petroleum production. But I'm sure methane is bad too. Continental. All right, let's go grab the few other items downstairs before we continue. Right, Buster? Smart move. Yeah, cows are basically just big fart machines. They eat grass and basically grow and poop and fart. That's a cow. And then let's see here. Need to respond to this guy asking me some questions. Nope. He's asking me questions. He's saying there looks like there's some imperfections, and I'm just going to say yes, you are correct. Go. My guy, some of the consignment stuff I'm doing, my guy has me doing. I'll show you the item here. It's actually really cool. I think. Anyways, I have a couple of really cool consignment items from him. One of them is sold and getting picked up today. So this is a serving platter from the dining car, Shenango, whatever you want to call it, from the Puget Sound, Milwaukee, and St. Paul Railway. So this stuff's pretty rare and uncommon, and there's a huge collector's market for it. So the guy's saying, like, it looks like there's some imperfections. And I'm like, yes, there's some imperfections. That's not the same thing as damage. And these things are pretty much like, you know, from the era that nothing was made perfectly back then. So what he's going to do now is try to, like, insult the item and get a much cheaper price, to which I will say, take that crap elsewhere. I'm doing that stuff on consignment, and I actually I'm not taking a commission. I am instead keeping an item that I really dig. So and I'll show you what I'm keeping. I showed this the other day. It's a billiards hall, I believe from Idaho. The pennant up here is Idaho. There's a pennant. Let's see here. There's a sign, another pennant over here that is a MWA Woodsman, which was a logging union. And these are all like very, very old Brunswick tables from the 1930s. But it's just such a cool photo. So yeah, this is my commission. Plus, Guy has been really good to me on price. Plus, Guy has is basically hooking me up with his private collection. It's kept me flush with inventory for, the better part of this year. And, pay it forward a little bit. Just a little bit. One of the items is getting picked up today, and I'll show you that. So if anyone is from the Northwest or remembers the Northwest, Rainier Beer had a advertising campaign for a while that was, I'll show you the campaign real quick. It's on YouTube. Pretty famous campaign. It won a lot of awards.
Roger, Cascade 3. All Cascade units sighting verified. Follow the chopper in. Over there, Lee.
You know, that's the first time I ever saw a giant can.
Me too. Sure was impression, wasn't it? Yeah.
So this was a running campaign for Rainier for around, I want to say like 20 years. The thing with the people. So This is the mount for the biggest mountain fresh Rainier ever captured. 7 feet 2 inches, 94 gallons. So there you go. So it's a wall hanger. I mean, this total man cave item. Sold for $300. It is the highest that one of these has ever sold for. On eBay, anyways. So, yeah. Pretty cool. It's got a little bit of thing here, but this is just like a tap of glue. So, I dig it. So that sold in about 24 hours. It's not getting shipped. It's getting picked up. Local sale. Bought it off eBay, doing local pickup. I would be fine shipping that. All right. Send out some offers, then we got to go downstairs real quick. All right, let's go. All right. Cliff House.
This is the last time I will ever look through a huge pile of San Francisco postcards. From now on, only small piles. Undivided. All right. Okay. Done. In, home, linen. All right. Okay. Go photo. These are undivided back. Looks like real photo. Sometimes it's hard. Border. Chrome. Okay, there's one we're looking for. Oh, that sky is really pink. Nope, that's not what we're looking for. There's the one we're looking for. Yep. All right, linens. I was really sort of getting sick of going through a huge pile every time a San Francisco card sold. So that little extra time is going to save a lot down the road. And I'm going to guess I'm probably muted. No, not anymore. Hi, Karen. All right. All right, so we got that one. Yeah, so I've sort of been like doing more sorting once something gets to around like I want to say usually I think it's around like 50 in a section. At that point, it starts making sense to break it down because I end up spending a lot of time searching for the thing. All right. Measures of photography. I think this is in this one. Ah, third card. Yeah. It's always awesome. And we've got a main card I need to find. I have a feeling it might be in Vermont or New Hampshire. Oakland, California, here. Okay, got that one. We need, I'm not sure. Oh, that one. Okay. Buster Wiley. View of the Narrows. Okay, come on. My next guess is Vermont. Doing a bunch of Vermont. Linen. All right. All right. We'll have to come back to that. Excuse us. All right, let's go. Anything else come in? Where is this stupid car? I just listed it like 5 days ago. Well, I guess we'll come back to that later. All right, see you upstairs.
I guess maybe I didn't put it away yet. It's all I can think of. What's our time? 9:12. All right, we're not doing too bad. Now I got to do that thing where I look what I listed 5 days ago, which is always fun. All right. That's what I'm thinking. It's in my haven't put away yet. That's what I'm looking through now. Okay, what was I listing 5 days ago? Multitasking. Okay. Oh yeah, it could be in that stack. I'm not to that point yet. I'm gonna go with the usual suspects, and then we'll start diving in. November 12th. Okay, we're getting close. So it's gonna be 13, 13 maybe. It always takes a minute, even just to like narrow down to find the day of those listings. No, gonna be page 12 maybe. The stuff that was on the shipping table is from the leftovers. Okay, these are all. Oh, that was the day I was doing Mutascope cards. Oh, it could be in Washington. Oh, that's the first. Yep, that's a possibility. Could be in Iowa. but I suspect it's in that box. But it's just my suspicion. But I'm going to get everything done before I go search for it. Yeah, I was doing a lot of Maine that day. Like a lot of Maine. New York. Could definitely be New York. Because I know on the first I did 80 something listings. So it's either going to be, it's New York. It's got to be New York. Yeah, it was New York and Maine on the first. So it probably got put in with the Maine if it's not in this box. I have seen an Arctic Circle postmark. You should definitely worth point that. I'm not sure. I'm sure that's collectible because there's it's definitely one of the rarer postmarks. Like not like uber rare, I don't think, but rarer. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go check New York. I'll be back in a minute. If it's not there, I'll figure it out later. Ding, 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 ding. and I still forgot another postcard, but this one is easy. All right. I'll run grab that one too, I guess. All right. This one. Pentuga Beach. Okay. Ooh, I'm getting my steps in today, let me tell you. So this one came from the Mercari buy that I did. I've been doing really good on these lots off Mercari because people don't know what the hell they're doing. What did I pay for it? I'll show you guys the listing that I bought. Oh, I need to rate oh, this one I didn't. No, that's not the one. This is the one. Okay. So here is the listing. I mean, $10, right? And here are the pictures. This is all I had to go by, right? What caught my eye, international, no big deal. International, no big deal. There was a bunch of Continentals in there. That's fine. But I noticed what they didn't put in here when I got it. There was like, so this one caught my eye right there. Right? This caught my eye. What I got was, oh, and then this up here, I noticed was real photo. Oh, there we go. Much better. That one caught my eye. You know, and I knew some of these. So that one I saw was real photo. And I was making out that these were Iron River, Michigan. I think on one of them I could tell. There's another real photo up here. So for $10 plus shipping, and that's how thick the album was. So I'm like, this is pretty thick, and I'm only seeing a small amount, and my risk on this is $20, right? Am I going to make my money back on this? Most likely, like just from what I see here. So let's see here. I don't care about likes. All right. So there ended up being about 25, 30 real photo postcards from the Upper Peninsula, Michigan. Copper or Iron River, and a bunch of the weirdly named Upper Michigan lakes. I listed about 25 real photos yesterday. Every one of them was either $15 or $20 a piece. Make offers. This is the first one that sold for $13.95 plus shipping, and I fully suspect I will probably. I haven't even started listing the chromes yet. I'll probably at least 20 or 30x my money. One more card sells, and I'm recouped. Yes, Cameron, the card in question was indeed in New York. The sleuthing was correct. Right, Buster? He's a good sleuther. You're not going to like it because I'm going to have to do tape in a minute. So I'm sorry in advance, okay? I have another mystery card that I'm going to have to find. That one's going to be a little more challenging. All right. Quite a morning. All right. Ooh. Buster, I'm sorry in advance. I told you. You've been warned. Sold a couple of belt buckles. Actually, 3 belt buckles. Oops. Well, and a razor blade on the floor. That's always good. I'll just show all of them. This is a Electroglide motorcycle. I believe that's is that Harley Davidson? Right? Harley Davidson Electroglide, yeah. $11.95 plus shipping. This came from the same house that the CB radio came from. I had to fix it. It's still scratched to hell. This is a Ralph Rogers. Never been used. Company belt buckle. Sold for $20.95. Still got the little rubber cap on it, so I don't think it's been used. But it's still pre-owned, right? So, and And then finally, this one came from my guy. And this is a Broken Arrow, who's a alpaca silver belt buckle maker. So it's not real silver, it's alpaca silver, which is the same as like nickel silver, German silver. It's got a lot of different names. It's an alloy made to look like silver. It polishes and tarnishes, very similar to silver. But the maker's mark, I don't know, hopefully you can see this on the back, is actually a Broken Arrow. So if you do a search for Broken Arrow, thanks, Papa. You missed all the drama. I found the missing postcard. So this sold for $60. I got it from my guy. Sold in, or $70. My mistake. 24 hours or less. That would be perfect for that. No, you've got to, if you've printed the label, the only thing you can do is void the old label and then mark not shipped, or you can void the old label and then create a new one in like Pirate Ship or whatever. But once you've created the label, if they contact you and tell you that they had the wrong address in there. Sometimes they do that after you already shipped it. Yeah, this is true also. You can handwrite the zip code on the bottom if you need to. And the last one here. All right, what do we got next? I think we're on to, how many do we have? 19 to go. Oh, and another order came in. Hey, I'm busy. And I totally left it downstairs. Yeah, I left it downstairs. Crank a wall. Another ugly sweater. These things actually make me very happy that they're selling right now because they take up a lot of room. And I'm hoping very much to not have to have them for another year. We had them last year. I had them last year, but because everything was shut down and no one was having, ugly sweater Christmas parties, nobody bought any ugly sweaters because nobody wants an ugly sweater just to have an ugly sweater. $12 plus shipping. $11 plus shipping. 11 and change. He used a pen. What did I charge for shipping it? $8.95. Sweet. Padded flat rate envelope. A chewy chow. Sold a Vidya game. Donkey Kong Country Tropical. I picked this up at the Goodwill. And I think I paid $2 or $3 for it. Wii U. And took a little while to sell. I think it's because it's not a perfect cover. $16.95 plus shipping though. So it was. I think it was. This was the day that I bought the VCR to send to Tommy. Which, by the way, loyal minions, you have done a terrible job of tracking down his shipping address for me. Just saying. Surely one of you has got access to Tommy's shipping address. And surely one of you lurking is named Shirley. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, well, at least. Right? I would think so. You know, what I could do. I could figure out probably pretty easy which Salvation Army he goes to and sources from. Because I know he's got a little honey hole of a Salvation Army. I could contact them and be like, hey, there's this guy who's constantly, he comes into your store like every week or so. He buys a lot of men's clothing. You know the one I'm talking about? I mean, I think in Delaware, if you live in Delaware, everyone else in Delaware is your neighbor. Oh, Tommy is probably in here pooping. That's a good point. Uh-oh. I messed up. I think. Sure did. Yep. New offer. Oh, this guy's pissing me off. So now his price went up. Because he is annoying and taking my time. My time is valuable. Move. Yeah, I mean, Delaware is pretty small. Okay, sold. These here shoes. These are Works. Ooh. They're in good condition. Just making sure we're not deteriorated or splitting or... They are used, but good condition Works. Took an offer, $16 plus the shipping. How much do they pay for the shipping? $5 for the shipping. Like, I don't care. So, I'm losing money on the shipping, according to some people, but I'm not actually losing money because I don't care. They paid $21 total. It's costing me $8 shipping. I would have been happy if I was netting $5. Oh, you will fit. You will fit. Where are they going? First of all, do I care? They're going to Portland. 2 pounds to Portland. 3 pounds to Portland is going to cost... Oh, this is actually the most expensive way that I could ship these. Priority Regional A is $7.84. These will definitely fit in a Regional A box. And when I say definitely, I mean probably. Yep. Nice. $7.84. For Seattle to Portland Regional A box. Sold. Oh, well, that's out of the other store. Sold a cassette. Brian Eno, Music for Airports. If you're familiar with Brian Eno and his work. Yep, everything's fine. Picked this up at the estate auction recently. Sold for $25.46 plus shipping. Brian Eno is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, for sure, but this is a pretty rare cassette also, so I've done okay with that lot. Not gonna complain. I've still got quite a few to sell, but quite a few have sold. You're right back. Excuse, Buster Wiley. All right, moving right along. What do we got next? What do we got next? Do this one. Sold Chicago sheet music. It's actually a song book. This was in my recent. It's not really fitting in there, is it? You will fit. You will fit. Maybe not. Yeah. Aha. Hi, Buster. Sold for $10. Plus the shipping. Plus of the shipping. See you, dreamy eyes. What? I'm busy, Buster. You know I'm busy. All right. Well, let's get you a treat. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Sold this Sailors Have More Fun. I believe it's a transfer decal, iron-on, from around the 1960s. It's not like super valuable or anything. I think it sold for. There was another guy selling them, and I just undercut the other guy. This is one of the few free shipping things that I have. $8.95 free shipping. So I'm not really doing much here. It's not old. It's not. The other guy had quantity, so I'm like, all right. Every now and then, you got to do a free shipping thing to be competitive. So I did. So let's see. After shipping, I'm probably net like $3 or $4. Yeah, I know he's saying it's time to play, but I'm busy. He knows I'm busy. Next, sold a poster, movie poster. This is for the Great Train Robbery. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put it in this one. This one sold for $8.95 plus shipping. What we're gonna do? Just keep it from sliding around. $8.95. And how much they pay for shipping? $5.95. Cool. So I'll make $1 on the shipping too. And I don't really mean make $1. I'd probably make like, because you get the 13% on shipping as well. So I'll break even on the shipping instead of. Most of the time, though, I make a little bit on the shipping. Oh, what's this first one? Oh, somebody was asking me to leave out a packing slip that's not a drop shipper. All right, let's sell some stuff. Excuse me, Buster. All right, we got, let's do this one next. Gillette Razor. You guys know I love me some vintage Gillette. This is a B2. Date code puts it at 1956. Flare tip. That's the flare tip. Double edge safety razor. Nice and clean. Looks good. These things, I tell you, I truly enjoy cleaning these things up. Because I get them and they're all nasty sometimes. They're like 30-year-old soap scum and like tarnish and you know, I'll clean them, you know, do like a batch of 10, 20 at a time. And man, they come out looking great. I've had customers, many customers who are like, how do you get these things looking so good? And I just respond with, it's a secret. Trade secret. right. Ooh. Ooh. I've looked people up in court records, many different court records before. But yeah. Experience selling matchboxes. Sometimes it depends on what they are. Matchboxes, matchbooks can be collectible. It just depends. Oops. All right, what are we down to? Oh, that ain't gonna work. Oh, that'll work. Should probably reattach that. Dang it. Okay, sold. This is the Cup of Knowledge. This was in the lot of postcards from the collection of Mr. Herbert Love. It's a like fortune telling book from 1924. Mystery of the Cards. Historical facts. Let's learn something. In the world's history, various methods of divination have been employed. Astrology, augury from the animal kingdom, both alive and dead, by fire, by earth, by the air, by water, by the scriptures, by figures, by hands and feet, by knives and swords, by mirrors and marks on the body, by names and numbers, by cartomancy, by a crystal, by the casting of spells, and the innumerable other means. In China, from most ancient times, they have used short and long sticks or reeds called kuei for divining and foretelling the future. Interesting. These are classic, even a classic work called The Book of Transformations, which the great philosopher and reformer Confucius highly recommended and often made use of. Yeah. Let's see here. Then they talk about tea reading. And then the method of reading the cup of knowledge. Cool. Sold for $31.96 plus shipping. Took an offer. I took an offer. Wait, they took an offer. Yes, that's the one. Hi. Oh, sorry, I'm way behind on the chat. Sorry about that. Yeah, exactly. Same, all of these things. It's true for most ephemera and collectible items, right? Planes, trains, automobiles, sports crossover, anything that crosses over into another collectibles category. Visual appeal always. Yeah, there you go. I like it. Yep, same, all this stuff. If they're matchbooks, the thing you really, really, really want to find is feature matchbooks. So feature matchbooks are essentially like they have something either printed on the match or there's something mechanical or unique about the matchbook itself. Or the matches themselves. If you search feature matchbook and look at the solds, you can see what I'm talking about. I think I only have one listed, and it's a pretty common one. Let me take a look here. Yes, I have one listed, and this is what you want in a matchbook right here. So you see how there's like stuff printed on the on the matchbook cover or on the matches themselves. Buster, wow, pushy. So that's mine's missing a match. So that's probably why it's taken a little while. It's also not the best condition, but it's a unusual one. But there are some really cool ones. Buster, you're laying on the keyboard. Buddy. Hey. Hold on. He just lays down on the keyboard. So these are all features you can see here. But some of them can go for amazing money, like this 1936 one with the little guy printed on there. Hula Girls, anything Hawaii. If we sort these by highest, $500 on this one. Here's $100. Oh, there's a World War II. You know what? So, you know what, peeps? Here's a little lesson. Don't be this guy. Don't do this on your front photo. If you want to do this on like your second or third photo, do that. But nobody actually needs to see the size of your freaking matchbook as your front photo. And people do this in every stupid category. That's cool though. Look at that. That should be the front photo. That should be number one, or even better, just this. They probably could have doubled their money if they put this as their main photo. There's mine. Mine is no big deal. Meh. That's cool with the... But again, like, hand in this shot for your main photo. Bad. Like, this is like eBay 101. I mean, that's cool, but why would you do that as your main photo instead of just going to this one, or maybe getting a little more head-on shot of it and then cropping it down? Like, there's your main photo. Okay, Buster. I got to keep working, okay? Come out of the rabbit hole. Yeah, you can't send them first class. Or yeah, they have to be ground shipping for Matchbooks. Anything flammable. All right, buddy. Got to move on. All right? Let's go bug your sister. Right over here. All right, sold a mug. This came also from the person that I bought out. I woke up like this. Sold for $15 and change all in. $9.71 plus 5 shipping. It's going to go priority. Where's it going? California. Sweet. Well, I guess I could just use it. I should be using the free tape on anything priority, right? Makes sense. I don't know. I swear quite a bit. And I don't think I am the next Gary Vee. I never said that. And the answer to the question posed by the thumbnail is the answer is no. That man cannot be the next Gary Vee. starting to get down to the end of it, which is good. Our Instagram is going to be pretty dope for today, gotta say. All right, look at that. Maisto limited special edition Corvette. It's got a Corvette Club little sticker on it. Somebody pulled it out to customize it. It's kind of neat. Sold for, it's been in the store for like a couple of years now, so $23.68 plus shipping. It's going to California. What do they charge? Oops. Undercharged on this one too. That's fine though. Priority mail. It's, you know, on stale inventory, old inventory, if I have to take a hit on the shipping a little bit, it's not the end of the world. And the reality is when I priced these, I repriced them, so I charged for shipping. I would raise my price like $6 or $4 and then add, let me restate that. I would drop my price like $4 and then add $5 in shipping. So really, it's the revenue amount is the same as it was as when I was doing free shipping, and actually a little bit more. So I kind of don't, when it says that I'm losing money on shipping, I'm not actually losing money on shipping. I'm looking at the net of the entire transaction, and oh, this better go in there. Come on. You're going to fit, right? You're going to fit. Nice. Hey, Jen. Buster can be anything that he wants. Okay, this is a sealed paint by number. I purchased it at a local antique store. They had asked $35. I got it for $15, if memory serves. It sold on eBay Somebody offered me, I had it up for 65. Somebody sent me an offer for 50. I countered at 55 and they bought it. It's still sealed, never been used. 1960s, or actually 1950s. These are all the same. Okay. So, we are going to, where's it going? Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And I charged an appropriate amount for shipping. So that's good. So what we're going to do here is a good old-fashioned Frankenbox. This is the, specifically, we're going to be doing the top secret primetime treasure hunter two of the same size. You're gonna fit, right? You're gonna fit. Beauty. You know, that the USPS does not want you to know about. They do not. I don't know why, but I talked to them, and they're like, don't tell anybody about that primetime treasure hunter top secret combining of boxes thing. We don't want anyone to know. And I was like, that's weird. Why not? They're like, shh, we've already said too much. Beautiful. So, oh, yeah. Sup, Kyle? How long have I been waiting? I use that gag all the time, Lewis. All the time. Not the same. Oh, rolling things. All right. Okay. Morale National Park. This one. All right. Brochure, National Park brochure, $25 for Mount Royal National Park, Michigan. Yeah, I don't care. Just gonna do it that way. That's everything that has to go out today from my store. Be right back. Gotta pee. All right. From my ex's store. I shouldn't call her. She's still my friend. Ex is such a dirty word. From my former partner's store. Sold some more smut. Beyond all passion. I guess I could say from my friend's store. That's an accurate statement. And correctly describes the current state of affairs. Sold for $25. That vintage smut has been a super cash cow, that collection. Not gonna lie. For going on 3 years now. Smut totally sells. See you, Lewis. Nice. I like that. And it's true. It's true. It's true. I usually have like 20 or 30 done by the time I start this stream. I didn't do any listing this morning though. That's true. Hey, Tommy was lurking. There was considerable speculation that you were poop lurking. Hashtag poop lurking. Or lurk pooping. Here we go. Okay, so the other thing that sold is this Ken doll from the 1988. Not even that old. This thing it's a Ken doll. I don't know what did it sell for. Like $6, $6.50 plus $12 shipping. Priority mail, huh? I'm not shipping this thing priority mail. I'm going to put it in a box. Oh, you know what? Perfect. How much does that weigh? 13 ounces. I could probably ship him in a tube. Even better. He would just fit in a tube. We're gonna ship Ken in a freaking tube. Is what's gonna happen. This box is sturdy and too good for Ken. Oh, his shoulders are too broad. That's one. You guys know it's a dance move too. It's like the pop and lock, but instead of the pop and lock, it's the poop and lurk. I do not have the same effects from the coffee, unfortunately. It used to, not so much anymore. All right. Who wants to get their Instagram account ready for me? Here, you know what? I'll do it. But you guys can help me crowdsource the hashtags. That sounds fun. All right, let me get. Actually, you know what? We'll get the rest of this done real quick. Before we start with the frivolity of making fun of Instagram resellers, as much as I love doing such things, I'd rather ship my items. All right. All right, so this is, I think, the coolest of the brochures that I got out of that lot. This is Tucson, Arizona. Let me take Tommy off of here. Tucson, Arizona. The light probably isn't coming through great on this, but let's see if I can give you. It is super pink. Check out the graphics there, the little cowboys in the sunset. 1940s, maybe up until the 50s. I love this one. It's like shooting the people from like under a cow or a horse. And then it folds out into like all these awesome photos. Somebody try to get this for less, and I'm like, I can't. Like, this is the quality and content on this one. Like, it's too good. And they came back and bought it for $35. But between that last brochure, this brochure, and this brochure, like, I paid for the entire lot $125 shipped. I've way more than made my money back. Like, I've probably made $600 or $700 on it, and I haven't even listed anything from it in over a week. So, and I still have stuff left. That was definitely one of my best buys of the year. Oh, person's here to pick up the Rainier sign. Give me a minute, guys. I'll be right back. Stand by. And that is why I do not do local pickup very often. My God, the guy's phone was all jacked up. More jacked up than mine was before I got the new phone. There's still 16 of you here. I'm surprised. Thanks for sticking around. Dude had no idea what the hell he was doing. He didn't have the eBay app installed. He apparently hadn't read any of the emails that were sent to him after his order. I swear, every single why does it say local pickup, the people have no clue what they're doing. But it was still easier than shipping that thing, so all right, one more. This one's a Rocky Mountain National Park brochure. This one was not as much money, but honestly, any money for this is good. Best rate. Let's do that. Maybe one like that. The dude was stoked about the sign, though. He was not just stoked, but like super stoked. He's somebody I recognize, though. I've definitely seen him at auctions and flea markets here, back when those were a thing. He asked me about antique stores in the area. And I'm like, I knew it. Knew I recognized him. But he just paid more for that sign than anyone's gotten for that sign. Nice. Yeah. I mean, I've been doing, not a total spree, but a somewhat spree. They're pretty easy to list. I haven't even been scanning them. I've been using my camera and just doing the stuff on the back end in the photo studio or the whatever eBay photo editors, like playing with the contrast. I haven't even been putting it in my light box. I've just been putting them on a piece of foam core and taking a picture. Nice. Yeah. Vintage highway maps, gas station maps, all that stuff. All right. Sold this here CB radio. It's a Pace 145. Had to clean it up a little bit. Came in a big pile from a garage sale. I don't think it's going to fit in a A, though, right? No, it's not. It will fit in a medium. Well, that ain't gonna help. This is pretty damn good big bubble. I don't want it to go to waste. These are full bubbles. And feel the quality. Hear that? You can hear the quality.
That is just not a necessary element here.
Hi there, Antiques from Karen. How are you doing? All right. I think we're done with everything that has to go out, and we may go into shipping overtime, as another YouTuber says. Kind of. Come on. Okay. First of all, all right. So let's get a picture of this for the Instagram. I see what you're doing. Looking at my phone. Oh, wait, we got to get a couple of these. Like that. There we go. Done. Okay. We'll come back and tag that in a minute. Ooh, filters. Ooh, grayscale? No. What's the dumbest filter I could use? I don't like any of them. Sierra. Willow. Lo-fi. Nashville. Sure, whatever. Done. Next. All right. Can I just do this? Hashtag reseller. Oh, yeah. Nice. This will be fun. I didn't know I could do this. Hashtag weekend. Hashtag sales. Hashtag weekend sales. Hashtag lurking. Hashtag pooping. Hashtag lurking and pooping. Hashtag VCR. Hashtag money. Hashtag poop lurking. Oh, we gotta. It gets confused by my newly coined words. Hashtag dope. Come on, do the thing I tell you. Hashtag dope. Hashtag much love. Hashtag candy. Hashtag eBay. Hashtag eBay reseller. Hashtag eBay community. Oh, I see what. Oh, even. Okay, I get it. I get it. All right, we're going to just do this a little bit different. Okay, we got that. We're going to go space. Hashtag eBay. Hashtag eBay reseller. Nope. Hashtag eBay. Hashtag eBay. Hashtag eBay. So sometimes it like populates. Oops. Because hashtags are a waste of time. Oh, reseller's life. There we go. Because hashtags are already ridiculous. That's why it's a joke, Tommy. You hashtag shipping. Hashtag Q4. Hashtag. Hashtag hash browns. Hash brown. Hashtag. Hashtag hairy tornado. Hashtag packages. Hashtag shed flips. Oh my god. Hashtag shed flips. Oh, I got you better there, rooting for relics. Hashtag Octothorpe. Oh, Barbara, I love it. Hashtag Bolo Buddies. Good one. Oh, hashtag Bolo for sure. Hashtag Bolo. Hashtag pound sign. Oh no, this is on. I'm on Instagram right now. But we might as well like also hashtag YouTube, right? Makes sense. Hashtag YouTube. Just putting a bunch of randoms in here. Hashtag posh girls. Is there there's clearly not a limit to how many hashtags you can put in here. Oh, hashtag girl boss. I like it. You can only do 30. How many am I up to? Oh, I'm up to I'm at 30. All right, there we go. All right, there's a couple I need to take out apparently. 1, 2. There we go. Accepted. Done. All right. And my mail person just walked up, so that's going to be it for today. Hooray! Well, we got it all done. Just in Time sent me Cameron, if you're still here, I just saw your Instagram from like 4 days ago. I told you I don't look at the Instagram ever. Yeah, that's it, everybody. I hope you all have a great day, and I will try anything for attention. Hilarious. Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna list some stuff. I've got today to finish up stuff for the Who's Tom Cruise auction, and then yeah, then some just good old fashioned listing. So I hope you all have a great day. See you tomorrow morning, maybe tonight, depending on how much we have coming through. And seeing as I have the auction tomorrow, I may want to try to knock some stuff out. So make sure you've got those bell notifications turned on, and I may be live this evening to try to get a head start on the shipping for tomorrow. So that's going to be it. Hope you have a good one. Take it easy. Bye.